cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we...
Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm by that, stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue, I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a stick that'll be when I get to me. My check don't discriminate, still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way, only care about what the pay teller say. Heard you wanna be, but don't got a whip and brag on no petty. Let's stop talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. I'm thinking like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. On these we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent, bossy predicament. I see no biggie, honestly I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm by that, stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hiding in shape. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. It's bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. Why they texting calls? Just run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the he out like a light. ain't no cap in it. I like put a stack in it. I'm bout it, ain't stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me. Pap.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing is Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Let's go now.
They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On first down, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And they felt like a little extra pressure in that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Trautman. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays happen on the move on first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. On first down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On second down, Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Rodgers to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to push your lead the big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it off. He's at the 40, 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st first and 10 at the 46. Wilson. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Slot man moves right. Now Wilson on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got Pierce. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Rodgers now to throw. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Alec Pierce as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he completes it to Cohen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving.
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Wilson. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by just pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
He spun right around one defender, but it only winds up gaining about 3, and it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Williams running left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it.
And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears, but right now it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw again is Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Rodgers again now.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete. It's Okurebunan. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Trying to lay one up deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 3 yards remain for second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's into the end zone. Won't win the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest